Good morning, everybody. So today I'm doing a new series. It's called Try It Tuesday. Try It Tuesday is going to be things that I find on Pinterest, YouTube, or anywhere on the web. So this morning I have this little box. It measures 5 3/4 by about 4 3/8. So we're going to recreate this box. The way she has this box, it has this opening here. I'm going to extend the little flaps here a little bit. And when she goes in and does the hinges here to make this open, she uses ribbon. I'm just using paper like I did on this one. So to get started, I found this on a lady's website on Pinterest and on her blog, and it's not in English, but it relayed me back to Split Coast Stampers, and her name is Joann Jameson. So I will link her tutorial in my description box below. So let's get started. So you are going to need one piece that is 7 1/4 by 8 1/2, and you're going to score at 1 1/2 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, so 1 1/2 inches, 1 1/2. Okay. Now what you're going to do with this is you're going to cut. It doesn't matter where you cut, just cut on the score lines, one little box. Okay, so just a little box right there. Okay, you can do them both on the same sides, whatever. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece and you're going to cut little notches out of these tabs. Okay, so you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So right there on the tab, you're just going to make a little triangle to notch your tabs. Okay? Do it on this one. And then we're going to do it on this one. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold and burnish your score lines. Making sure that they're down and they're scored and burnished. Gives you a nice fold. Okay. And the last one. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to apply glue to your I really need to get some glue. So you're going to apply glue to your tabs. So do it on the outside of the tab. Apply a nice amount of glue. And then making sure that your piece, when you fold it in, makes a nice square. Okay, put that in there. Put the next one on the tab. Okay, I'm going to apply that one onto this one. Making sure that I'm straight and I get a nice box. Okay, this one's a little off maybe. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to apply glue to this one. Making sure that we're even. We got a straight box. Okay. And then you're going to apply glue to the last one. Okay. And then we're going to attach it. Making sure that we're even and we get a nice square. Okay, so there is your box. That's the bottom of your box. So we're going to set that off to the side. Then you're going to need to get two pieces that are 7 3/4 by 4 3/4. And you're going to score that on 3 sides. So with the 7 3/4 up at the top, you're going to score at 1 1/2. Flip it around, and then you're going to score at 1 1/2. Okay. Then you're going to score on the 4 3/4 side. You're going to score at 1 1/2. Okay. You're going to do that with both pieces. So 1 1/2. And then I put 6 1/4, it looks like. So, well, I meant 5 7/8. And then 1 1/2 again. Okay. And you're going to do these on the same way. You're going to cut on. Make sure that that's right. I did that one. I think so. Yeah. So you're going to cut on your score line. Divide in your two side pieces. You're going to notch your little tabs. Notch your little tab on this one. Oh, cut a little much on that one, but oh well. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing on this one. So, cut. Notch your tabs. Get your little triangles out of there. That one's not quite so to the, okay. Then we're going to do the other side. Okay. Now we're going to fold and burnish our score marks. Now, here you can do one of two things. You can leave this, so when you fold this over, this covers the whole side of the box. So you can do that. Or you can cut it out like I have here. So it has a little notch here. So we're going to do that. So what you want to do is grab your ruler and your pencil. And we're going to do it on the inside. We're going to mark off at a 1/2 inch on there. And then we're going to mark a 1/2 inch from the bottom. Okay. So what you'll have is on the top, you'll have a 1/2 inch here that you're going to mark. And then from the bottom of this one here, you're going to mark at a 1/2 inch. You're going to do that on both sides. So a 1/2 inch. And then a 1/2 inch. Okay. And I'm just going to eyeball it and take that little piece off. Oh, I think I did it wrong. I did. You want to do it from the score line, not from the edge of the paper. Oops. Alright, that's okay. We can fix that. 1/2 inch. There we go. It's going to come off anyway. Alright, so we're going to cut from score line to score line. Okay, that's all you're going to do. So same thing with this one. Cut from score, or from mark to mark. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to apply glue to the outside of the flap, because that's going to go inside your little tab. Oh, I need my glue. Alright, let's see if this works. Better than that one. Alright, so now you're going to line it up with your piece. And don't worry if it overhangs here, because we're going to cut that off. Okay? If you're making it just the normal, you're just going to fold that piece in and glue it down. That's all you're going to do. Alright, so we're going to do it this way. Add some more glue to this side. Okay. Making sure we got some glue on there. Put it right there on the edge of the fold. Making sure that it stays down. Okay. So we're going to let that dry a second. Now we're going to do the same thing for this one. So from the score line, you're going to mark at a 1/2 inch. From the score line or the cut line that you did, you're going to mark at a 1/2 inch. Okay. Then you're going to come over here, you're going to mark it from the cut line to a 1/2 inch. Then you're going to turn it around, and from the score line, you're going to make a mark at a 1/2 inch. Okay? Then you're going to line it up. You can put this in your score if you like, and just cut that off. Alright, so now we have both those. Now we are going to fold our piece, and we're going to burnish our score lines. Okay? Let's move some of these little scraps out of here. Okay? Score that. And score that. Alright, so now you're going to apply your glue to your tab on the outside. Making sure that it goes inside your piece and it attaches to that little flap. Okay? Like I said, don't worry about these little tabs here, because we're going to cut those off. Then we're going to apply more glue onto this other tab. And attach it. Making sure that we're flush and we're even. Alright, we're going to let that dry for just a second. And we're going to take our first piece and we're going to cut these little tabs here off that go above the piece. Okay, so we'll cut that one off. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to cut this piece off. So 1, 2. Alright, so now you should have 2 pieces that look like this. Okay? Bring back your other piece. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 4 1/4, and you're going to score down the middle. Okay? We're going to take these and we're going to burnish them. When you do these ones, you want to make sure you fold and burnish on both sides, because this is going to be your opening mechanism. Okay? There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to apply it to our box. Okay? So we're going to take this, we're going to apply some glue to the inside. Try to avoid the score line. Now you're going to take your piece and you're going to line it up on your piece. Now this is cut just a tad bit shorter than the box itself. Okay, so we're going to put that on, making sure that way it doesn't hinder the score line there. Okay, so we're going to put that on. We're going to let it burnish a little bit. Let it take some hold. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for a second. Okay, then we are going to go to the other side and we're going to apply the other one to the other side. So it's on the inside fold, just on the one side you're going to apply glue. Okay, and then we're just going to lay it down and slide the box on top of this piece up to the score mark. That way it's telling you where to put it, and this way it still has room to open up. Okay, burnish that in to make sure that it's in and that it's on. Okay, so now you have your 2 pieces here. We're going to work on this side. So now when you put your pieces on, they're going to go on top like this. Now see, because I did that extra little bit of extra, it's not going to have that big opening. So instead of 4 1/4, I did 4 3/8. Okay, so we're going to lay those down there, and we're going to bring this outside. And then we're just going to take this one and we're going to apply it to your, if I want to do that on the inside or the outside. Probably the outside. Alright, so we're going to put this back on here. And we're going to apply some glue to the bottom tab. So let's remove this. We're going to apply some glue to this bottom tab right here that's attached to the box. I'm going to put this back on, center it in there, and then I'm going to take this little tab that I put glue on, and I'm going to attach it to this lid. Now you can lay this down, making sure that it snug up against that piece there, and then you can just take your bone folder or your finger, just do the finger, it's easier. Okay, so that one's on there. Making sure that we're even on both sides, so we're not going to have any. There we go. So put that on there. going to burnish it down a little bit to help keep it to stay down. Okay, let that dry a little bit. Now we're going to bring this over here. We're going to put glue on this other tab. Okay. I'm going to put this box on here. And then I'm just going to fold that over. I'm going to make sure that it's on. And that we just barely meet in the middle. Okay? Making sure that we're on. Alright, just going to burnish this a little bit so I know that we're on and we're together. Okay. Then like this one, making sure that we're on and that we're burnished and that the glue has adhered. We're going to let that sit for a moment and then we'll come back and see how this looks. Why does that want to keep doing that on that side? Alright, so we'll be back and we'll finish this box up. Alright, welcome back to the tutorial. So now we are going to put pattern paper on our box. So we're going to flip it over. The pattern paper that I am using is Walmart. It's called Hootenanny. And it's got some bright colors, owls, flowers, stripes, rainbows, clouds. So that's the paper line I'm using for this box. So first of all, for the bottom piece, you're going to need one piece that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. If you decide you want more pink showing, you can shorten it up a little bit. It's all up to you. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that to the bottom of this box. Okay, we're going to do our top pieces here, which you're going to need two pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, we're just going to take those and we're going to glue them onto here. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there on there. How cute is that? We're going to take our other piece and we're going to apply glue to this one. And we're going to apply it to the top of this piece. Okay. So that's how it's going to look. Okay. So look at that. You can pull these down a little bit and burnish them down here on the bottom to get them to be a little bit burnished in. Okay. Alright. So that's how that's going to go there. Then we're going to open it up and we are going to work on the bottom section of the box. So for the inside, this piece here, you're going to need a piece that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/4. Okay, same as the bottom. So we're going to apply our glue. And then we're just going to lay this in the bottom. making sure that we have the same amount of room on both sides. Okay, I'm just going to burnish that in. Now to do the inside of your box, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, so 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. These are for the longer sides, so we're going to apply glue to those. Okay, making sure that it looks good. And like I said, it's all up to you. If you want more pink showing, you can. It's all up to you. Okay, now we're going to apply this other one on this other side. Okay, and we're going to plant it right there, making sure that we're even. Okay, and then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 4 1/8 by 1 3/8, and that's going to be for the insides on your shorter pieces. Okay, and then we're just going to put that right there on the bottom. Grab this other piece, add glue. I'm going to apply it to your piece here. Okay, so now we have the inside done. Now we're going to work on the outside of this box. So you're going to need the same thing. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 3/8 by 1 3/8, and 2 pieces that are 4 1/4 by 1 3/8. Okay, so we're going to take the first ones that are 5 3/8 by 3 3/8, and we're going to apply them to the longer sides right here. Okay, so I'm going to apply some glue. And I'm going to apply it to the outside of my box. Okay, bring it around. You can use score tape, you can use art glitter glue, any other kind of glue or tape that you like, the red line tape, if you want to use that. You can use any tape or glue you want. Okay, so now we're going to take our smaller pieces, which are 4 1/4 by 1 3/8, and we're going to apply those to the ends. And they're going to go right here on the ends, on the outside of the box, so just right there. Okay? Then we're going to spin it around. We're going to put the other one on. And we're going to put that on the outside of the box. Burnish it in. So now you have your inside and you have your outside of the box all done. Okay? Now we are going to work on these pieces right here. So you're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so we're going to apply some glue to the one side. And And then I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to apply it to my piece right here. Making sure that we're even. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. So these are 4 1/8 by 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to apply some glue. This piece. And I'm going to apply it here to the bottom. Okay? Alright. Now to do your sides here, we are going to need 2 pieces that are 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. So we're just going to apply some glue. And we're going to apply it here to these pieces right here. Okay? Spin it around. I'm going to apply some glue. And that's going to go right here on this piece right here. So I'm going to lift that, bring it in, making sure that we're even. Okay, so now you have that piece done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the outside of the box. So you're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. They're going to go right here on the outside. Oh, I did them too long. Uh-oh. So it should be 4 3/8 instead. Did I do them right on this one? Yes. So we're going to use these. I don't know where I got those from. So you're going to need, for your little strips right here on the side of the box, you're going to need 4 1/4 by 1 3/8. Okay, we're going to apply some glue. They're going to go right here on the side, on the outside of the box. Okay, make sure that that's down. Bring and turn it around. And then I'm going to apply glue to this piece here. Attach it to the box. Okay, so now we have it like this. So now we have these 2 pieces that are right here that need to be covered on the inside. So we are going to, so they're okay here on this side here. We just need to take them down here. So this piece is about a 1/2 inch. Maybe a little more than a 1/2 inch. So we're just going to do probably a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to mark a 1/2 inch on my piece. So since that's going down, so we need it on this side. So 1/2 inch. I'm going to flip this around and do it on the back side. So a 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to line it up with the corner. I'm just going to cut to that piece. So now when I go to put it in, it will look okay. So we're going to apply some glue. And you need to do that 4 times. So put it in here. And actually it's just a tad bit too big. So we're going to cut a piece off on this side. Okay. I'm going to attach it to here. So now we have that piece covered. Okay, so you're going to do that all 4 times. So you're just going to take your pieces. You're going to mark a 1/2 inch from the one side. So we're going to do it this side. So I need it on this side here, closer to the smaller side. And that one's not even a 1/2 inch, I don't think. Yeah, just barely. Alright, so this one we're going to do let's see, 1/2 inch on the edge, and then this one we're going to do this side here. We're going to do a 1/2 inch on that side. And then we're going to do it on this side. Sorry, I got a cough in my... Got a coughing spell right now. Whew. Alright, so we're going to do that one there. Alright. So I'm just going to put these in my cutter, and I'm just going to cut them real quick. So you're just going to score or figure out where your ends are going to be, and you're just going to make a little tally mark, and then you're just going to cut them just a little bit shorter inside that little tally mark, so that way you can get... So let's do this one. There. So we got one. This one. We have... So just make them as close as you can to the one you have. If you need to take some off later, you can. You don't have, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Oops. Oh, I messed that one up. Okay. So we have this one here. It's a little long, so I'm going to take it off of this side here. So I'm just going to take a piece. I'm going to cut it off. See how it looks. Looks good. I'm just going to cut a little piece off of this side here. Make it angle a little bit more. Put it in there. So it needs a little bit more of an angle right there. So now when I go to put this inside, should be pretty much good. Just get it at it to where you like it, and then just glue it down. Okay? So I'm going to put that right there up in the top. Okay? And I'm going to go over here to this side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up to where I like it and see where I need to cut. just going to cut a little smidgen off of this corner piece. That looks good. Okay, so we're just going to apply some glue to that piece. Apply it here. And then we have one more piece that we need to do. So I'm going to line it up in the on the box. Cut a little piece off. See if it lines up. Looks good. So now I'm going to apply glue to my piece. Now if you did the straight edge rather than the cut edge, you'll just cut a piece that's straight across instead of angled. Okay, so now we have the pieces to our box here. Now we're going to work on the two pieces right here. So these are also, let's see, so these are going to be 2 7/8 or 2 3/4 by the same 1 3/8. Okay, so 2 3/4. Okay, so those two just cut in half, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put it up here on this one. Let's move that one this way. You're going to do the same thing. You're just going to do a 1/2 inch on one side. So this side here. We'll do it on this side. So we'll do a 1/2 inch on this side. And then we're going to do 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, spin it around, and then we're going to do 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, and then we're going to do this last one, and then we're going to do a 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, now we're just going to cut it from our inner cutter. We're going to cut from this little corner here to the edge over here on this corner here. Okay, so let me bring that over so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to take this. I'm going to put my line in with my corner. I'm going to line it up to where it needs to be. And then I'm just going to cut. So now I have my piece. Okay? So you're going to do that with all 4 pieces. So you're going to line it up with your corner. Making sure that it's even. Woo! I did it again. No, stand still. Don't move. Okay. Not too much damage on that one. I'm going to take it and do it again. And do it one more time. Bring it up here so I can hold it a little bit. Just making sure that we're even. Lift it up a little bit because it's going to tear that corner off. Alright, so now we have our 4 pieces. Move this out of the way. Bring our box back. Okay, so now I'm just going to find my pieces. So this piece is going to go here. I'm going to apply some glue. Apply it to the front of the box. Making sure that we're even. Looks cute. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Then I'm going to take my next piece. I'm going to apply glue to it. And then we're going to put it right here on this side here. Okay, so now I have both my pieces on this side. Okay, so that looks like that. That looks like that. And then we're just going to do these other 2 sides. So one side, apply some glue. And we're going to apply it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to apply some glue to this one and attach this one. Alright, so our box is finished. So we have our outside pieces here. Okay, we have our bottom. Then you open it up. And get it unstuck. You open it up. And then you have your inside. So you've got room in here to put candies. There's gift cards can go in here. And you can also use it for cards. If you have little cards that go in here, you can put cards with their envelopes in here. So I hope you enjoyed this box. I will put the description of everything in the description box below. And give me a thumbs up and like my page. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.